It is the Crisscross Handoff, and I'm Dan, and Joan's here. Sam is here as well. Chris is back, finally.
What's
Jeez,
up?
Louise.
I only took one day off.
You know what, though?
Seems like a week.
It feels like forever when you're not around.
I know. I missed you guys.
And it's Bring Your Father to Work Day.
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
I brought my dad. I brought my dad with me.
So Al is here. Now, Al, you are Chris's father. I'm
Wow,
sorry.
what an observation.
I'm sorry. How is it you've survived this long?
It's been a challenge.
Has it been a challenge like Chris, a challenge? All right.
Fortunately, pharmaceutical industry is good. So
Now, listen, what you need to do, because it's become a Hand family tradition, is you got to figure out a way to insult the host. Because I've been insulted by 2 of his 4 children. So you've just got to keep the tradition alive.
To be fair, you threw an alley-oop to Kennedy with the Taylor Swift stuff.
I did throw an alley-oop to... Are you a Taylor Swift fan, Al?
no.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, I'm going to tell you that when I told my father, who's now passed on, when I told my father that I was going to get into radio and he heard me on the air the first time, I kid you not. Have I ever told you this story?
No.
My dad said, son, you might want to think about another career. So he does a true story. I was a traffic reporter in Los Angeles, and he heard me doing the traffic.
That's hilarious.
And oh my goodness, it was so funny. What was your first thought when Chris said that he wanted to be in radio?
Chris was about 17, I think.
Yeah.
And one day, it really felt like out of nowhere, he said, I'd like to go to Connecticut school, and I want to be in radio.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so far out of left field.
Really?
There was no indication prior to that other than listening to music.
Yeah.
And, being supportive as I am, I checked with his mother and said,
So is that like the Connecticut School of Broadcasting?
Yep, that's what we did. CSB.
Okay, so I told this story the other day. You weren't here yesterday. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I flunked out of broadcasting school.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they wouldn't let me do very quickly because people heard this yesterday. But they wouldn't let me do. They had 2 programs. They had the on-air program and the production program. And so when I went in and I did some on-air stuff,
They weren't.
they wouldn't
too
even
keen
let
to that?
me into the on-air part of the program. They said, you know what, you'd be really good at like producing commercials with other people voicing it. And so
funny.
I did that, and then I just flunked out.
And then you proved them wrong.
I don't know. Based on this show, I'm not so sure. So Al, you're describe the first time you heard Chris on the actual radio.
I think the first few times, I think it was when you were in Boston, possibly jamming or whatever, and you were doing, you had the host and you were doing bits. And I actually thought at the time, not knowing what the role is of the third man in, and I thought personally, hey, you're taking shots at my son here. What are we doing?
Oh, but listen.
but
that's part of the deal.
But not knowing that, my first instinct was, okay, I don't like any of them. First of all,
oh, that is so funny.
But then you just got used to hearing him, and it was kind of impressive, and thought, gee, he does this pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's actually very good, and I hired him here, and I haven't regretted it yet, although a
lot of potential.
This time
we're still waiting for that potential, man. I'm just kidding.
So catch me up to speed on this news story that I missed.
Oh, hold on.
Come on.
No. Hold on. Al, tell me about a time when you had to ground Chris or put him on restriction, and what was it for?
Careful.
Well,
Careful.
listen.
Yeah, some of those statute of limitations.
I got put on restriction because I'll just tell you, I got put on restriction when my mom found Playboys underneath my bed. And I got put on restriction, and I said, Mom, I'm 35. I don't know what the problem is. Totally kidding. So what is it? Was he an easy lad to raise? Because he puts on this persona that he was some sort of a hellraiser.
He reminds me now of my grandson, which is Justice, I think, Brooks, which is sort of a handful. But he was always very good at going up to the line, but not quite crossing the line.
Okay.
So
okay.
you would think that okay, he's going over the line and there's going to be a problem here.
Yeah.
And right up to the line and then just sort of ease back. Yeah, looking back, it actually, we had issues growing up a little, I guess, but there was.
That's a pretty good kid. That was great.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We did a great job, Dan.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, actually, his parents were wonderful.
Sure, that's what it is.
There were no issues.
Actually,
None.
Actually, I will tell you that he's a great Christian. He's a great broadcaster. From what I can tell, he's a great dad. But obviously, you know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Toronto.
Toronto?
No, I'm only kidding.
I was going to say.
No.
We're up in and lived in Massachusetts up until the last
All right,
6 years.
Say park the car.
Park the car.
Exactly.
I love it.
Now, was that authentic, or were you playing into the
that's
stereotype?
authentic,
No, he's got a real one.
Okay.
And no one in Boston actually says park the car. They just park the car.
Yep.
Have you ever been on the radio before?
No, I don't think so.
No. This
Okay.
is the first time.
Is it weird to hear your voice in the headphones?
Yeah, I'm sort of
throwing
listening.
you off.
Yeah, there's a little timing thing, but
Everybody, you know what's so funny about radio people? We all hate our voices, except for Chris.
No, I
Chris loves his voice. You can tell by how often he never stops talking.
This
he did
true.
when he was younger too. He would just walk around and say, "My voice is fantastic."
All right, now Newsgate, real
Yes.
quick.
I already don't believe it. From what little I've heard and how I've been caught up to speed, now I saw the AP reporting it. I'm already like,
yeah. It was, so you know the story. We're talking about the story where at this construction site for the stadium, they say that there was a noose found.
Yeah.
No pictures of the noose. None whatsoever in this day and age. And so somebody told me, and I, whatever. If we were able to get that Michael back on the phone, who called into Murphy Show.
Yeah.
I would ask him about, there was rumors that ICE was about to, hit the stadium.
Really?
That was just a rumor
That's
somebody
spicy.
told me.
That's a spicy rumor.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. It's a radio show, not a court of law. I always say that. So, but I mean, I did a poll. Did the noose really exist? On my social media, 94% said no, there was no noose. And the YouTube page also shows 94% were also no. What is the YouTube? What's the YouTube? How many people are saying that?
We're now up to 89%.
89%. Okay, so 89% say that the noose did not exist. So
it's not real.
The noose doesn't exist.
The noose doesn't exist. Did the guys that had to take work off for the day, did they get paid for that day off?
I don't know.
It really blows my mind that they had to halt construction for the day.
It's just a little weird.
Right?
It's just a little weird. I don't know. I don't know why.
That's 1,400. Or somebody else said 1,300 people. That's 1,300 people.
And I'd imagine they're not the overly emotional type.
Yeah.
Like I would imagine that they could probably still function at a high level.
Yeah.
Given what they had to go through.
The guy says a guy called Matt Murphy Show, and I played the audio. They spent like 2 hours in what do you call it? HR training.
Yeah.
And that was before the noose incident, apparently.
So they were already equipped to deal with this kind of emotional stress.
Yeah, so why did they have to take the entire day off?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. Inquiring minds want to know. Al, are you conservative?
Yeah, I'd lean more to the right.
So did you raise him to be a conservative, or was it an accident?
It was an accident. No, I mean, I think coming down to the South, coming down into Virginia, and I think as you have a family, things look different when you're 18, 20, 25 and single and things like that. But all of a sudden, you're looking out for your kids. Yep. And no, I think it was a transition he made on his own.
How do you like George Clooney?
How do I like George?
Yeah, how do you like George Clooney?
I don't think George Clooney at all.
Hunter Biden does not like George Clooney.
I don't have to be nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. George Clooney is not a actor. He is a I don't know what he is. You. What do you have to do with anything? Why do I have to listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the New York Times to undermine the president at a time in which, by the way, what do people care about the most? Why do you think that the Republicans have an advantage over us? Because they're unified. They will go along with anything. I wasn't asking anybody to go along with anything. I was asking people to go along with this. The most successful administration in my lifetime.
So when he said that, I knew that he was back on crack.
Yes. And can we also point out, even though he clearly did an Al Pacino-sized mountain of cocaine before this interview, it's the most coherent interview we've gotten from a Biden in years.
Well, one of the things that I said earlier was George Clooney is more of an actor than Hunter is a painter.
Yeah.
And so
True.
One of the things that and there's a lot there. I think that he was angrier at the Democrats than he is the Republicans.
Yeah.
Because they've of course, obviously
they abandoned his dad.
Forced Joe out. But, when you look at that whole statement about how it was the most successful administration in years, I mean, we could just go down the list, right? Failed pull-out of Afghanistan, all those COVID deaths, really high inflation rates, all that illegal immigration. So if it was such a great administration, why did his own party force him out?
Yeah.
Right?
What about the COVID mandates, the vaccine mandates?
Vaccine mandates, forcing all those guys out of the military.
Yeah, look at Trump's military recruitment numbers now. He's already hit the goals on what?
Crazy.
Space Force, Air Force,
Yep.
Navy, Army.
He also had something to say about the Democrat elite.
James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 years. David Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama. Pod Save America guys, who were junior speechwriters in, on Barack Obama's Senate staff, who have been dining out on the relationship with him for years, making millions of dollars. What influence does Jake Tapper have over anything? He has the smallest audience on cable news.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
He found new ways to use that word, didn't he?
Yeah.
got a potty mouth.
Yeah.
Sure seems like it.
Just a potty mouth.
Yeah.
Al, did you teach Chris not to have a potty mouth? Because clearly Joe Biden failed.
Well, first of all, I think Hunter, you have to give Hunter credit. He's such a good judge of character. So
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe
That's the smartest guy Joe knows.
No, Chris learned his language all on his own. I mean, there were times, and I would just sometimes say time and place.
I don't know if I've ever heard you say a curse word.
Really? I do.
never have.
I have
Yeah.
on the air.
He knows them.
When did I do it on the air?
You do like the simple potty mouth things,
Oh.
What is simple potty mouth?
like HE double hockey sticks, and
Ooh.
yeah.
I do. I
I
it's
won't say
pretty
it.
risky.
Do you know what's so funny is I used to say HE double toothpicks.
Oh,
or
did
double
you?
Yeah, I used to. Now I just throw it down.
You got to throw it down.
I just throw it down now.
don't have
Sometimes it's warranted.
Sometimes it is warranted. Hunter spoke about illegal immigration.
People are really upset about illegal immigration. You. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your garden? I would pick up the phone and call the president of El Salvador and say, you either send them back or I'm going to invade. It's a crime what they're doing. He's a dictator.
I mean,
Someone tell him that's the wrong South American
The crazy
country
thing
for
is
cocaine.
this interview went on for the interview went on for 3 hours.
3 hours of that.
3 hours.
That's a lot of 1 kilohertz tones.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know if he was on coke. Why is he here, though? Well, why is he doing this? Do you have any idea?
I don't.
What's the point?
It's not like they can salvage anything from the Biden reputation, can they?
No.
And if they were going to attempt to, is Hunter the best guy to send out?
Oh, clearly not. By the way, this is my favorite. Okay, we got 2 more to get through real quick. Hunter on the laptop.
What is it that you think the laptop proves, or what you call the laptop? So everybody has a laptop. So when they say Hunter Biden's laptop, what is it that they're talking about? Do you know? Everybody has a laptop. Everybody has a cloud.
I'm assuming not.
No, not everybody has a laptop. Everybody has a digital life. Almost everybody has a digital life. Everybody has a digital life, pretty much.
All right, so let's not relitigate the story about how you, Hunter, left your laptop full of, sorry, Al, pornographic pictures of Hunter with prostitutes and his He's just hanging it out there, man.
Mandis is actually a lot more cleaned up around you than he was the kids.
What kind of studio is my son in?
And he left it at the computer repair shop for like months.
Yeah.
For like months. So, yeah, there's that part of it, too. Real quick, Biden on Ambien.
I know exactly what happened in that debate. He flew around the world, basically, the mileage that he could have flown around the world 3 times.
Yeah.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as shit. They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights.
Right. And so now he's having to walk that back because everybody's like, wait a minute, Joe Biden was on Ambien as the president of the United States?
Shouldn't that have been on the reports that he was taking Ambien?
Well, and here's the thing. That's just another thing that his doctor will, plead the fifth over.
Yep.
Did you ever prescribe? Because that's an over-the-counter.
Are they going to give the doctor immunities? That way they can force him to answer some questions? Because I do think that at a certain point we need some answers.
We do. We absolutely need some answers. But I don't know if we're ever going to get them, whether it's, Joe Biden and all of his nonsense with what he was on or the cover-up.
Yep.
I don't know if we're going to find out anything about Barack Obama, James Clapper, and all those other people as they're trying to set up and frame Donald Trump with the Russian collusion.
Yep.
I don't know if we're going to find out any of that stuff. I don't know if we're going to find out anything about the damn news.
Nobody knows. You okay?
See the heartbreak we have here in this job, Al?
It's an emotional roller coaster.
It is such an emotional roller coaster. All right, Al, thanks for coming in. And
thank you, sir.
All right, very good. It is 8:54 on Nashville's Morning News. By the way, I have heard Chris curse. I was just trying to cover for him, just so you know.
Appreciate it, Dan.
Yeah,
I think his father probably was onto it.
I got your back, Chris.
Thanks,
Give me
bud.
$5.